Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression. I talk about schizophrenia, bipolar, narcissism. I talk about all the different kinds of therapies out there, DBT, psychoanalytical, psychodynamic, CBT, and about my unethical psychologists who I've had lawsuits against, who I brought to the board, and just a plethora of other mental health related issues. Now, I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I do not hold a degree in psychology. I am not a licensed therapist or any therapist at all, or even a life coach. So I can't diagnose you and I can't offer you, a professional opinion. All I can do is share with you my personal struggles. And all I ask of you in return is to please be kind and respectful to one another in the comments below. Please be kind to me, be kind to other people who comment, be respectful. We don't have to agree on everything, but we need to agree on showing respect to one another. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button down there to the right. That way you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. You will get notification of it, so you won't miss a thing. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button there on the left, because that way I can tell what videos, went over well and what videos you didn't like me doing, so I know for future reference what ones to work on. I always appreciate your comments. And if you feel like it, sharing your own struggles with me, if you have any questions, if you just want to share your experiences or offer advice or opinions, I love that. I respond to all comments down below as long as they're respectful and kind. Now, today's video is, why am I so paranoid? Last video I did was, why am I so neurotic? Why am I paranoid? Well, I grew up with a paranoid schizophrenic father, but that's not the reason why I'm paranoid. Maybe it has to do with my background. I don't know. I grew up not to trust anybody. My mother never trusted anyone. She said men will chew you up and spit you out. My father was a paranoid schizophrenic who thought everyone was out to get him. But I think it has more to do with my insecurities. I'm just going to let you know deep down why I think I have a problem with paranoia. I'll give you some examples, like the next door neighbors. On the last video I told you about the next door neighbors, how we don't get along, how I'm really neurotic when she has her that big sign, that big plastic 3-foot yellow plastic sign with the flag blocking the whole road. But why I really am paranoid about her is I think that she planted bad things about me. I think she planted them in her kids' heads. Now, I'll just give you a concrete example why I think that. Like, for instance, on one occasion I was coming home from shopping. I parked my car. I got out of my car. Her and her son were in their front yard. Now, her son wanted to, I don't know what he was doing, but he wanted to walk on the sidewalk, I don't know how old, maybe he's 5 or 6, I don't know. And she saw me coming. She told her son, wait, and she held her son back, wait. She would not let her son walk across me on the sidewalk, like I was going to harm her son. She would not let her son walk on the sidewalk in front of my house until I was all the way in the house. Or, I opened the door and I'm stepping in the house. I know because I looked. She told her son, wait. And he looked very, upset at her, like, what's the big, why can't, he didn't say anything, but I'm sure he's thinking, why do I have to wait? Why can't I walk on the sidewalk just because the lady next door is coming home from shopping? In other words, she did not want her son to walk in front of me on the sidewalk. She waited until I went in my house because I looked. And then she allowed her son to walk past my house. Wouldn't that make you paranoid? Wouldn't that make you paranoid if someone did that? Let me tell you something. I never said anything to her son. I never approached her son ever, or her children. She has 4 children. I never approached her children ever. Never talked to her children, never said anything to her children. Never approached them. I never looked at them. I didn't, do anything that would make her children afraid of me. I was a preschool teacher. I used to teach children her age, okay? I used to teach, for years. Another time, I was on my deck and she opened the door and her son was screaming, Mommy, Mommy, she's out there, she's out there. I'm in my yard on my deck. So, and when he started screaming that, she brought him in and closed the door. Wouldn't that make you a little bit paranoid? See, I don't understand. I never said a word to her children. I never looked at her children. I never interacted with her children. I never did anything to her children that would make her afraid that I would, I love children. I have 2 children. My handicapped son is like a 2-year-old. So it makes me like really paranoid, whenever her children or her husband are around. I feel like, I feel like a common criminal. I feel like, you get that kind of feeling, when people hate you and they don't trust you and they're looking down on you. I mean, I feel very uneasy. It makes me feel, really uneasy. And I'll give you another example that has nothing to do with my neighbor now. There's this guy who works in my son's home, my handicapped son Alex's home. I don't like him because he keeps looking at me. First of all, I don't trust anyone who hides their eyes. Now, if I did videos like this, if I came on and did all my videos wearing glasses, every one of them, what would you think? That's a question for you. Write it down in the comments. Would you trust me if every video I did, I have my glasses on? Like, why are you hiding your eyes? Why don't you look at us? You see what I'm saying? This staff member always has glasses inside too. Now, I'm outside, right? But, what about the videos I do downstairs in my basement? With my husband's books, all his books, right? All his programming books. They're not mine, they're my husband's. His history and programming books. What if I had my glasses on, not just outside here in nature, but down there? What would you think? Why does that woman have glasses on when she's inside? What is she hiding? Okay, so when I go over there, he always has sunglasses on, whether he's inside or outside. Doesn't matter. He never takes the sunglasses on. It's really creepy. Yesterday, while I'm picking up my son to bring him home for dinner, he was outside with his sunglasses on. Of course, he never takes them on. And he's glaring at me. Now, it's very hard when you have glasses on to be 100% sure someone is looking at you, right? Because Their glasses are, how can you tell they're not looking in the area where you are, right? Like if you had sunglasses on, right, and I couldn't see your eyes, maybe you're looking at that tree. Maybe you're not looking at me. I can't tell because your eyes are hidden. But I had this feeling like he was leering at me, like oogling me, like I'm a slab of meat or something. It made me sick to my stomach. Am I being paranoid? Who says he was looking at me? I don't know. He had sunglasses on and he was looking my way, but that doesn't mean he was oogling me or eyeing me or anything. How can I tell? He had sunglasses on. He was looking toward the car, but I felt he was piercing through me, I've had men at Alex's other places hit me. Hit on me, not hit me. Hit me up. I mean, hit on me, not physically hit me, ask me out and sexually make advances toward me. My husband told me over and over again, you should report that guy, you should report that guy. And I didn't. I felt bad. I was a chump back then. I'm not a chump any longer. Let me tell you, if someone hit on me now at my son's place, I would report them. But back then, I was a big chump or loser, I don't know. I kind of let people walk. I used to let people walk all over me. All over me. Not anymore now. I'm the opposite. So if that guy came on to me or anything, I would report him. But how can I report someone? I don't even know they're looking at me. But, he was fixated in the direction where I was. But he had sunglasses on. I couldn't see his eyes. So I get paranoid. If I can't see someone's eyes, how would you feel? If you can't see someone's eyes, the eyes are the window of the soul. You can tell a lot by someone's eyes. What are they hiding? If someone is covering their eyes, they could be high on drugs. You can always tell because the pupils are dilated if you're high, like on marijuana or pot. I don't know. I never taken pot, but I know other people who have that gotten high on drugs, cocaine and everything, and they always wear sunglasses so you can't tell by the eyes. I just don't trust people like that. Now, am I being paranoid? I don't think it has anything in the case with my neighbors and in the case with the guy who works where my handicapped son lives. He's a staff member. I don't think those two incidences have anything to do with my past childhood traumas, okay? Which would, most people would say, well, you can be paranoid from your past trauma, your childhood traumas. But I don't think in those two circumstances that I was paranoid from any trauma I had in my childhood. I just think that I felt that the mother was bad-mouthing me to her children, making her children afraid of me when I've done nothing to her children. I never said a word. I never confronted her children or I never approached her children. I never even looked at her children, you know what I mean? I didn't do anything with her children or to her children that would make her fear, that I would hurt them. But I get that impression that that's how she feels, and that's how she's instilling that fear in the children. Like today, all right? I get in my car, to go out, and the children were in the street playing. As soon as they saw me, they ran in their yard, I don't know, like I'm some monster or anything. I didn't even look at them. I just went in my car, and as soon as I went in my car, they were gone. They ran in the side of their house, in their yard, and they just disappeared, But it just makes it very uncomfortable. It makes it very uncomfortable to live next door to these people, extremely uncomfortable. It makes it very uncomfortable to be around that that staff member. You already know that in the last place my son was at, he was severely beaten by a staff member. They fired him, and there's an ongoing court case with the police to get him behind bars. That's been going on now for a year and a half. These things, you know, all the red tape. I sued, and there's a lot of crap. I don't want to get into it. I'm not going to say the name of the place either. I don't want to be liable. But what I'm trying to say is, maybe because of that incident with a staff member, I don't trust, you know. But this man wears sunglasses in the house. They're sunglasses. You can't see his eyes. They're completely shaded, just like they're this much shaded, just like that. That's how shaded they are. You can't see his eyes. And I just, you know, have you ever had any experiences like that, you know? Those are two experiences that, you know, I really feel paranoid. I really feel like that guy is, like, you know, undressing me and I can't see because his eyes are covered. Like he's really, you know, a dirty old man that, you know. I really feel that my neighbors are bad-mouthing me and making their children afraid of me when there's no need, because I love children. I was a preschool teacher. I have my children. Well, you can't call my handicapped son Alex an adult because he has a mind of a 2-year-old. So he's a forever young. You know that song, Forever Young? So those are my examples, my experiences. Let me know what you think about them. Do you think I'm being paranoid? Do you think there's just reason for me thinking this way? Have you ever been in situations where you feel people are talking behind your back, or people are planting seeds in other people's minds about you that are really bad, you know, derogatory? Like I think that mother is planting seeds in her children's mind, making her children afraid of me. Do you think I'm being paranoid? Have you ever felt like that? Do you have any situations where, you know, you think people are talking behind your back, or or trying to get other people not to like you or think negatively of you? Let me know. Let's have an ongoing dialogue. I always, you know, really appreciate when people comment, share their own experiences, and we can talk about it.